to my channel. So today I decided to do a inspired look. I haven't done one in ages, and before all the kind of festive makeup comes, I wanted to quickly get this one in as I feel like it's kind of fall appropriate as well. So I was really inspired by a picture that I saw on Makeup by Ariel's Instagram, and it is this picture here of Shay Mitchell, and I was absolutely obsessed with her like massively beachy curly hair and the kind of really simple bronze eyes and like a brown glossy lip. Like I said, I thought it was totally appropriate for that kind of autumn vibe, and it's really easy to do as well, and I think it kind of looks really put together. I know I literally just did a hair and makeup tutorial, but I thought these curls are definitely a lot more different, and the parting is different as well, and I tweeted you guys asking if you wanted a tutorial, and loads of you said yes. So I really hope you enjoy this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you do, and subscribe if you haven't already, but let's go ahead and get started. To begin, I'm prepping my skin using the Pixie Makeup Fixing Spray, and then going in with my MAC Strobe Cream, and this is the peach one, I think. I wanted to have like really glowing skin from underneath, so I find that these two work so well together. Rose water is amazing for your skin, and this strobe cream as well is like the best moisturizer ever for underneath your makeup. Then I'm going to go in with a primer. This is the Hangover X primer, I think, from Too Faced. Just taking a couple pumps and then using a brush to kind of place it and dot it around my skin, and then using it downwards motions to buff it in and make sure my skin has really absorbed it all, just so it doesn't leave like a layer on our skin. For foundation, I'm going to take the Tom Ford foundation stick in the shade Caramel. I know it looks super like not the right color, but I promise you it matches the color of my neck, and like I always say, we use a light color concealer to color correct. And yeah, as I just said, for that I'm going to take the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in the shade Light and just place that in all the places that I want to bring forward and blend that together with a beauty blender. I love this concealer. I feel like it gives such an amazing coverage but feels so weightless on the skin, and it's from Maybelline, so it's super affordable as well. And I like to take it up on the sides of my nose too, just to kind of add a bit of like a contouring effect. And you can already see that it's lightened up my foundation as well, so it doesn't look so bad. And then for contour, I'm going to take this from Peaches and Cream Makeup. It is their cream contour, and I'm just going to dot this in all the places that I'd like to reduce and make look thinner, and then just buff that in with a brush. And then I do like to go in with my beauty blender afterwards, just to make sure it's all blended together and there's no harsh lines, and it's all super kind of pressed into my skin. For powder, I'm also taking one from Peaches Makeup. This is just their translucent setting powder, and I'm just going to place that underneath my eyes, and basically just concentrating this where we place the concealer, because then I'm going to use another powder afterwards, and this is from Sleek Makeup. It is their luminous powder in the shade 02, and I'm going to use this in kind of all the places that I didn't place concealer, so just kind of on my lower cheek area, if that makes sense, and just kind of like around the perimeters of my face. This is just going to add a little bit more coverage, and like I said, it's got a luminous finish as well. Shay Mitchell had a really kind of soft bronze look. It wasn't anything too harsh, or there wasn't really a harsh contour going on, so I'm going in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in dark golden on a really light fluffy brush, and just using this to kind of set where we place the cream contour, so nothing too harsh or too heavy. Then I'm going in with eyebrows. I'm taking my Brow Wiz in soft brown, and then going in with the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade medium 3, I think this is. And I think these makeup artists, like Makeup by Ariel and kind of those Instagram makeup artists that you see, they always seem to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It gives such kind of like a soft brow, nothing too structured, so I'm just using little strokes to do that towards the end of the brow, and then as I get towards the front, I kind of like to drag the product through. And I always like to use the spoolie that it comes with as well, just to kind of push the product through and make sure there is no harsh lines. And I had a really annoying spot just like in my brow, so ignore that. But then I'm going in with the Gimme Brow product just to kind of set everything in place and make my brows appear a bit fuller. So that is the eyebrows done, and now I'm going to go back to the skin. I'm taking this Cover FX Click Stick, and at the highlighting end of it, I've listed the shade exactly down below, just using that as kind of like a cream highlighter base. And then we're going to go in with a powder highlighter. This is the NYX Strobe Genius palette, and taking one of the champagne colors on a MAC 224 brush, and it just going over the top where we put the cream highlighter. For eyes, I'm taking this incredibly, it's like oh my god, I can't even get my words out. It is from Blank Canvas Cosmetics, and it's basically filled with matte warm eyeshadow, so I'm obsessed with it. And I'm taking just a really light warm orangey shade on a big fluffy brush and taking this from inner to outer corner. Shay Mitchell had quite a it was really blown out, so you want to kind of concentrate a lot of the product on the inner corner as well. Don't be scared to kind of take it, not like quite far, but like, you know, make it really kind of smoky in the inner and outer corner of the eye. Then I'm going in with this shade Cocoa, which is basically just a slightly deeper brown on the brush that it comes with. Actually, I was really impressed with this brush. The Blank Canvas Cosmetics brushes are incredible, as you might already know. But then I'm just buffing that into the crease and then going back in with the original fluffy brush to just make sure everything is really blown out and blended together. For the lid shade, I'm taking this prismatic eyeshadow from NYX in the colour Liquid Gold. She had such a gorgeous bronzy shimmery shade on her lid, and I thought this one was perfect. And I'm just taking that on a really a really small shader brush to make sure we can really pack on the colour and almost use it to define our crease as well. Then going back in with one of the fluffy brushes that we used earlier just to make sure the lid and transition colours all blended together nicely and there is no harsh lines. Then I'm mixing these two shades together on a really small defined fluffy brush and just using that to kind of define the crease and add a bit more depth into our socket. Going in with the same palette, this is the shade Goddess. I'm using a kind of flat brush to highlight underneath my brow bone and on my inner corner. This is like a really light white gold shimmery colour because I think that's kind of what she had going on from what I could tell from the picture. And yeah, just using that to kind of really open up my eye and lift up my brow. Then taking the colour Carmen, I think this is, just on another shader brush. This one's a bit more fluffier and a bit bigger. I'm really smoking out my lower lash line and connecting it to our top colours, like our crease colours, if that makes sense. And then using a little concealer brush, I am just kind of using that to clean it up. Just using really light motions because we don't want to move any product or kind of smudge the product down. But as you can see, it works really well. Then for lashes, these are Ardell lashes with individuals stuck on them. I'm going to leave Desi Perkins' custom lash video down below if you want to know how to do them, but this is what a lot of the makeup artists on Instagram do to get that wispy effect. And then for the lips, she definitely had something a bit more darker than I usually wear, a bit more brown as well, so this is the Kylie Cosmetics Gloss in Like. Onto the hair, I am taking my Bellami curling wand and I'm taking a really thin wand. This one is the 9mm by 13mm wand and I'm just sectioning my hair off and taking kind of small to medium size bits of hair to create really kind of tight curls, and we are going to brush them out afterwards so we're not going to look like a total doll, but she definitely had really springy curls, so I'm just going to do that to my whole head. I do have a discount code for you guys. It's RACH160 and that entitles you to a ton of money off the 6-in-1 curling set, but I always leave that linked down below in the description along with any other discount codes that I have. So we're getting to the final section of the hair. As you can see, I did like my whole head like this, and I really reminded myself of that nursery rhyme character, Goldilocks, that's the one. Is it Goldilocks? I think. The really tight curls. And then she had a massive like side parting going on, so I just sectioned off my hair and then sprayed a bit of hairspray, kind of brushed out the curls and zhuzhed it to kind of how I thought it looked in the picture, and that is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!